Champions League is back, and everyone is obviously trying to beat the champions, Paris Saint-Germain. But it is match day one of the league phase of the Champions League, and it starts off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yes, well, it's just for match day one anyway. So let us start off with games, kicking off on Tuesday, and of course, I'm excited because I feel like there are some teams who always shout that they're best in the league, they're best in the world, they're best in this. This is when we know who the best really are and who are not. Abby? Anyways, on Tuesday we have 6 games, but we'll just pick a few of the games on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and on Thursday. We have about 18 matches in total, but I just picked about 12 of them, and so you'll get the results of the rest, I think, after the games are done on Thursday. And so on Tuesday, obviously, it is Arsenal who won their game over the weekend. They will be traveling to Athletic Bilbao. And Athletic Bilbao, for me, I feel they usually struggle against Premier League sides. Look at the performance they gave in the Europa League last season, losing to a Manchester United side that I thought they were going to, beat out of the park. But that wasn't the case. They lost to, over 2 legs. It was so disappointing. So they don't have a very good record against an Arsenal side, or let me say Premier League side. So I want to believe it's still going to be another 3 points for Arsenal in this one. I want to believe so. They do have Williams, who I think has been one of their very good players, but then again, I don't think he is enough to carry the team, and so definitely I do feel it's going to be a 3-point win for Arsenal in that one. But don't forget also that Arsenal doesn't have Saka, they don't have Odegaard, but you know what, they got the 3 points needed at the weekend. So yeah, let's see what Arteta is going to obviously do. And then Real Madrid are hosting Marseille. Real Madrid have recorded 4 wins out of 4 in the league, and so let's see how they are going to. They didn't really do so well in the Champions League last season. They literally needed to play playoffs to qualify to the round of 16. And so if I want to believe there's going to be something different about them this time around in the Champions League, looking at how they've gotten results in the Premier League in La Liga this season. Maybe they are playing at home anyways. They're playing at Bernabeu, so it should be a win for them. But Marseille is a very stubborn side, extremely stubborn. So Alonso has to do something different. I don't know if Camavinga, for me, I think has been good. Kylian Mbappe, amazing. Vinicius Junior, not so much. It's going to be a tough time for Real Madrid. It is going to be a tough time, but if for anything, it probably ends in a draw. That's the worst case scenario. Yeah, it ends in a draw. But let's head over to Juventus against Borussia Dortmund. Now, these 2 sides won their game over the weekend, so it's going to be a very, very interesting game. I call a draw for this one, to be honest. I call a draw for these 2 sides. And if for any reason anyone wins, maybe Juventus, they seem like a solid side. They really do. And so, yeah, but I call a draw. Yeah, I want to give that a draw. And then Tottenham Hotspur against Villarreal. Now, Villarreal didn't win their match at the weekend. Yeah, they lost to Atletico Madrid. So Tottenham, on the other hand, won 3-0. And they are playing at home. Not that London stadium like this. They always shock them. So let's see how it's going to be for them. They return to the Champions League, and it's going to be Thomas Frank's first match in European football. And so it's going to be quite interesting to see how that game turns out. But I don't know what to call this one. I don't know if it's going to be a draw. But with the way Tottenham has been playing, maybe it's going to be a slim win for Tottenham. But as I said, it's Thomas Frank's first game in the Champions League. So yeah, maybe just a 1-0 win, or worst case, maybe a draw. Yeah. And then on Wednesday, we have Ajax against Inter Milan. Inter Milan lost against Juventus at the weekend. So, they know how to play in European football. They do. They do know how to play in European football. So, that I want to believe is going to be an easy win for Inter Milan. Forget that they even lost against Juventus. So, it should be an easy win for Inter Milan against Ajax. Bayern Munich against Chelsea. Now, this for me, I feel is going to be the match of match day one. Yeah, the one game that you should look out for, because Bayern Munich, they've won all their games this season in the league, and Chelsea on the other hand have 2 wins and 2 draws. But when it comes to Champions League, you really never can write off Chelsea. And yes, they are traveling to Allianz Arena, so I don't know. I think it probably ends in a draw. Yes, I want to believe it's going to end in a draw, but there are going to be goals, obviously. There are going to be goals. Chelsea will definitely score. I call it 2-2 draw. Yeah, 2-2 draw in that one. But I want to believe that Enzo Maresca is obviously going to start a different formation. I see Reece James starting off that game. Cucurella, obviously. He might probably even start off both João Pedro and McGill. But if for any reason he doesn't start McGill, maybe Cole Palmer will start off, because he did play in the game against Brentford and he scored. So, which is a good thing, I think, for Chelsea. It is start of the game, so I want to believe he's going to start off. And probably because he's just returning from injury, the coach is trying to manage his time, trying to manage the injury. I'm not sure if he's match fit yet. But as I said, I feel and I believe it's going to be a 2-2 draw in that game. And then obviously Liverpool are taking on Atletico Madrid. Liverpool have not been playing well. As I said, their performance has been average. Forgetting the fact that they've started like their main squad, main players. And so the performance have not been the same for Liverpool, but also Atletico Madrid is only recording their first win in 4 games. So it's just I see another draw in that game, to be honest, because I want to believe that Liverpool will score, because Atletico Madrid have been conceding a bit, but also Liverpool is going to score. Atletico Madrid, see, 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw, yeah. And then the last game on Wednesday for me is going to be Paris Saint-Germain against Atalanta. That's defending champions against Atalanta. PSG might probably just nick this one. It will probably just end 1-0. As I said, they don't have Ousmane Dembele, they don't have Desiree Doué, but they have Vitinha, they have some of their main players available. So yeah, they should be able to get this one. Probably even 2-0 wins for them. Yes, I believe they will still want to carry the momentum. They've won their matches in the league, so yeah, I believe it's going to be a win for them against Atalanta. Except Atalanta put up a very good performance, and maybe they'll be able to get a point, but I don't know, it's a difficult one. And then on Thursday we have Bayer Leverkusen against Copenhagen, Eintracht Frankfurt against Galatasaray. It's still not confirmed yet if Victor Osimhen is going to start off in that game. I think he's still battling an hamstring injury and all that, but thigh injury actually. But yeah, I don't know. This one for me, I think, is also going to be a tricky game, because Eintracht Frankfurt lost their game at the weekend. Galatasaray did win theirs, and this was even without Victor Osimhen. So yeah, it should probably be maybe a 1-1 draw between both of them, or 2-2 draw. Yeah, I think it's a draw in that one. And then Bayer Leverkusen for me might probably just nick it, maybe 2-1. Copenhagen, yeah, 2-1 win for Bayer Leverkusen. And then Manchester City against Napoli. Napoli won their game, Man City won their game at the weekend. So it's going to be quite interesting, but Man City doesn't have defense at the moment. I'm not surprised they won against Manchester United that is worse than them. So yeah, Napoli is obviously going to score. Napoli winning this one. Napoli win is going to be a very, very tight one. Yeah, end-to-end game. Well, yeah, Napoli should win this one, maybe 2-1 or something, but I do believe that both sides are obviously going to score. And then Newcastle against Barcelona. If see, I won't rate this Newcastle side. I will not. And they are playing at St. James's Park. Barcelona will have a lot of work to do. Forget that they won 6-0 at the weekend. It's going to be a very difficult game for Barcelona. Yes, it is. It is going to be a very difficult game. Although Lamine Yamal is not playing, so I think he picked up an injury, but you can obviously see that Rafinha, Lewandowski, Pedri, Fermin Lopez, they have goal scorers. But Newcastle is going to make it difficult for them. And when you play in St. James's Park, you have to be ready. You have to be ready. Yeah. Maybe Barcelona will win this one, but it's going to be a very, very tight game. It's going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to probably maybe a 2-1 win, because I also want to believe that Otamendi, who is their number 9, scored a goal in his debut game. Yeah, he did. He scored. So if Barcelona doesn't defend well, they will concede and possibly lose that game. But yeah, but I want to believe Barcelona is going to win it. Yeah, maybe a 1-0 or 2-1 or 3-2. Yeah, it's going to be some crazy match like that, Sha. But those are my predictions for the Champions League match day 1 league phase. Yeah, share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to share with your friends as usual. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and please follow us on all our social media handles at _officialfsh. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much. And anyway, don't forget to share what you think the results will be in some of the games. I will be reading. Definitely, I will be reading. Yeah, that's the much I'll be talking with you guys for today. Until the games are played, bye for now.